In the annals of the Roman Empire, few names evoke such a potent mixture of fascination and horror as Caligula. Born Gaius Julius Caesar Germanicus in 12 AD, he was the son of the beloved general Germanicus and Agrippina the Elder, a granddaughter of the first emperor, Augustus. His early life was spent on military campaigns with his father, where the soldiers affectionately nicknamed him Caligula, meaning little boot, after the miniature military sandals he wore.
This seemingly innocent childhood, however, was a prelude to a life steeped in tragedy and political intrigue. His father, Germanicus, died under suspicious circumstances in 19 AD, a death many, including Caligula's mother, attributed to the reigning emperor Tiberius. The years that followed saw the systematic destruction of his family. His mother and two older brothers were arrested and died in exile, leaving the young Caligula as the sole male survivor of his immediate family.
In 37 AD, upon the death of Tiberius, a 24-year-old Caligula ascended to the throne. Rome erupted in celebration. The son of the revered Germanicus was now their emperor. The first months of his reign were a golden age. He ended the treason trials that had plagued Tiberius's later years, recalled exiles, and abolished unpopular taxes. He organized lavish games and chariot races, delighting the populace.
But this era of goodwill was tragically short-lived. A few months into his reign, Caligula fell gravely ill. The entire empire held its breath, praying for his recovery. When he finally emerged from the illness, he was a changed man. The benevolent ruler seemed to have vanished, replaced by a paranoid, cruel, and erratic tyrant.
What caused this dramatic shift remains a subject of debate among historians. Theories range from encephalitis, a brain inflammation, to lead poisoning from the aqueducts and wine vessels of Rome. Some even suggest a form of epilepsy. Whatever the cause, Caligula's subsequent actions would etch his name into history as a synonym for madness and tyranny.
The emperor's behavior grew increasingly bizarre and cruel. He was accused of incestuous relationships with his three sisters, Agrippina the Younger, Julia Drusilla, and Julia Livilla. His devotion to Drusilla was particularly intense. Upon her death in 38 AD, he had her deified, an unprecedented honor for a Roman woman. Perhaps the most infamous tale of Caligula's eccentricity is his relationship with his favorite horse, Incitatus. Ancient historians, such as Suetonius, claim that Caligula pampered the stallion with a marble stable, an ivory manger, and a collar of precious stones. It is even said that he planned to appoint Incitatus as a consul, a move many interpret as a sign of his contempt for the Senate. Caligula's reign was also marked by ambitious, if sometimes bizarre, building projects. He completed several temples and began work on two new aqueducts for Rome, the Aqua Claudia and the Anio Novus. However, he also engaged in extravagant personal projects, such as the construction of two massive pleasure barges for his personal use on Lake Nemi and a floating bridge across the Bay of Baiae. His military campaigns were equally theatrical and perplexing. An intended invasion of Britain was aborted under mysterious circumstances. In a now infamous episode, he marched his legions to the shores of the English Channel and commanded them to collect seashells as spoils of the ocean, a supposed victory over the god Neptune. Caligula's megalomania reached its peak when he declared himself a living god. He had the heads of statues of deities replaced with his own, and demanded that senators and the public worship him. This flagrant disregard for Roman tradition and the sensibilities of the elite sealed his fate. By 41 AD, Caligula had alienated the Senate, the military, and even his own bodyguards. A conspiracy was formed among officers of the Praetorian Guard, led by Cassius Chaerea, a man Caligula had repeatedly mocked. On January 24th,
As the emperor left a theatrical performance, the conspirators struck.
He was stabbed more than 30 times. His wife, Caesonia, and their infant daughter, Julia Drusilla, were also murdered, bringing a brutal end to the reign of the third Roman emperor. The sole male survivor of Germanicus's line was gone. The golden hope of Rome had become its darkest nightmare.
Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe.